All right, welcome to my channel. I know you guys are dying to see the Super Pershing review. It's coming, guys. I want to wait one more week. I just want to play it a little bit more. I've played 60 games in it so far with a 58% win rate. I'm very happy about that. I've had, obviously 300 plus games in that tank. There's a lot to talk about. But I want to give it one more week just to prove to myself, because I had a very busy week this week. I didn't get to play much. So I want to be able to prove to myself that it is what I think it is, and that it is both I'm playing better, I've got the tank outfitted better, and it's just performing a little better because of the mobility buff. We'll see. I'm going to give it another week, and that'll be 2.5 weeks, about maybe 3 weeks since I got it. And that I feel better about that. I don't want to give you a review of something that I've only had for 2 weeks and being like, oh, yeah, this is great. Unless it's a free tank. I mean, obviously, if it's like a tier 3 free tank, I don't really care about that. But if it's a tank that you got to pay for, I want to make sure I'm giving you a good, fair review. So back to this tank that we're going to review tonight. I have finally, as of last night, unlocked the Black Prince. Looking forward to it. The Churchill VII, however you say it. Somebody corrected me one time, said it's Churchill. That's fine, whatever. I say Churchill. I know it's not right. I loved the Churchill one. Probably my favorite tank. And not my favorite tier 5 heavy, but close. I really liked it. Not so much. This tank took me a long time to figure out. And really, the key to this tank is one thing. And one thing only. Side scrape. It has the same armor as the Churchill III, but with a heavier duty turret. And what you're going to find is you really need to cover. And the front, it's funny because the front of the tank has a ton of armor, but it's flat spotted, so you will get penetrated. You really want to play this tank so that only this part is showing from here back. There is a hitbox here. If you get hit in this area, you will take damage quite frequently. But if you can play it like that, angled, and then you can shoot your gun, this way, obviously. So you pull up to a building, and then you just back a little bit out and slowly back up so that the front of your tank is covered by the building. You're going to bounce a ton of shots. And that is the best possible scenario. Or a hill. I mean, if you got a hill, you don't have a building, you can only work with a hill or a dead tank. That's your best possible scenario with this tank. You want to keep it as covered as possible. If they're going to get on your sides or your back, you're in trouble. Mobility is a huge issue with this tank. It is extremely slow. So let's go ahead. Actually, we probably should just go through the stats, and we'll do it that way. So it's tier 6. Does see tier 7 and 8. We have 960 hit points. If we look at the ARL 44, 820. The TOG, of course, is going to have way more, 1400. What other tier 6 tanks do I have? I don't really have a ton of tier 6 heavies, but I got some. So we could take a look at, like I said, let's say the KV2 is 860. And I think that's all I have in my garage right now that are heavy tanks for tier 6. Yeah. So it has more health than either of those tanks. Where they really skimp on this tank is that both the ARL 44 and the KV2, of course, and even the T150 have amazing guns. The M6 has a really good gun. Not so with the Churchill 4 or 7, I'm sorry. It's not that the gun is horrible, but it's fairly low penetration for a tank that almost always goes head-to-head with other tanks. It's very rare that you're going to get flanking opportunities with the Churchill because it's so slow. So you're going to have to put the front to them, and then you're going to have to pray that some of your bullets will actually penetrate. I mean, I've bounced shots off weak spots on the KV1. It's just that bad. And it's not that it's a horrible gun. It doesn't have a ton of penetration. In fact, I believe it's the same. It's one step up from the gun. It's a QF-77. The top gun on the Churchill 1 is the 75 HV. So it's got a little more penetration, but not much. What I'm talking about is this. 148 penetration. That's not horrible at tier 6, but it's really low for a tier 6 heavy. Average damage 140. This is a Pecky Death tank. You're firing 14 to 15 rounds per minute, so you've got a fairly fast rate of fire. However, I'm looking forward to the Black Prince because the Black Prince carries the same gun that the AT-15A carries and that the AT-8 tank destroyer carries. So both of those tank destroyers use that. It's called the 17 pounder, and that is also the same gun that the TOG uses. Now it kind of sucks because the 17 pounder still only has 171 penetration, which is going to be very low at tier 7, but whatever. We'll talk about that when we do the Black Prince. But I'm looking forward to that better than this one. The way that I equip this tank is I use the gun rammer, the gun laying drive, because you want to fire fast and you want to fire accurately, and the toolbox, because you're going to get tracked quite frequently. And other things are going to break too, but mainly your tracks break. The crew I've got is fairly decent. I'm training them all in repair because obviously I'm carrying the toolbox with this tank, and any future Churchills that I will be running will have that toolbox. So these guys are going to move along. Once I sell this tank, this crew is going to move up to the BP. Engine horsepower is extremely low at 350. 20 kilometers speed limit, and yes, it really is that slow. Awful traverse, 20. I mean, it's a dog. Now, here's where it's interesting. It has 152 turret and frontal armor. I feel like even though it has that, I get penetrated all the time, so I know that these are weak spots. Obviously, the hitboxes here are weak spots. The turret bounces a decent amount of shots. It's the side's 95. The back of the turret's also 95. The back of the hull is 50. Softy back there. And that's, you know what? Any heavy tank is like that. You're going to be soft in the back. So the front is really good, though. And so once again, that's like I said, if you can angle a little bit, even if you don't have anything to side scrape on, if somebody's coming at you, don't face them straight on. Give them some angle. Now this armor becomes a lot stronger, but they can hit you here and they can hit you there. But they will bounce shots off the side of your tank because they'll be trying to fire on you here because it's softer. And it'll fire off. So back to the gun. Once again, about 148 penetration with 140 damage average. The downside is also the gun doesn't have much depression. So you're good. This tank works best in a city where there's buildings to hide behind and the terrain is flat. That is the best possible solution for this tank. Fields and hills and mountainsides are not great. You can still use it, but it's definitely more of a challenge to use them in those types of places. But once again, you want to keep angled. That's the biggest trick. People always told me to do that in the KVs, and I tried, and it didn't work for me. In the T150, I'd angle it, but I'd always get hit. This tank, it actually works. When I angle, it bounces. So, side scrape, side scrape, side scrape. If you have something to put your front against, do it by all means. But if you don't, pretend like you've got something in front of you and side scrape. Pardon me. Still have a cough. Feeling much better, though. Okay. So, once again, decent rate of fire. 13 rounds a minute, 14 rounds a minute, somewhere around there. Okay, turret traverse at 30. It's not great. 360 view range is okay. 550 signal range, once again, just kind of run-of-the-mill. Nothing exciting. Nothing to get excited about. So I will say, once I found out and figured out how to side scrape, I really did start liking this tank. I hated it before then. I could not figure it out. But then I was like, well, maybe I should try something different. And I started playing around with side scraping and found that I actually kind of like this tank. So I will be sad to let it go, believe it or not. Let's take a look at the service record. Vehicle details. There we go. That's not what I wanted. Oh, it's late at night now. I should have gone to bed like an hour ago. Okay. And available in the garage. So let's kind of compare records here. The Churchill VII. And we're going to actually, I'm going to do it by tier here so we can see my other tier 6 heavies. Where did it go? There it is. I have 93 battles, 53% win rate. That's pretty respectable for me in a tier 6 heavy. Now, of course, my KV2 is just way above that. I got a 60% win rate with that tank. Much higher experience. For whatever reason, this tank and I worked well together. I love this tank. Churchill 3, this is still not bad, and I'm enjoying it. And it's a 508 experience per battle. That's not bad. A little lower than the TOG, which I have a miserable 48% win rate with. Where else do we got here that's on 7? Where's the ARL? There's the ARL. Same thing with the ARL. Now, many more Moosin. Less experience per battle, but that's because this is one of the first tier 6 heavies that I ever had, and I was terrible when I started with it. I still haven't got the mastery badge? What? I'm going to have to play this tank some more. I need the mastery badge for this one. This is a great tank. 53% win rate. That's, once again, fairly good. So it matches this. These are tanks that I've figured out. Much lower experience per battle, though. I don't know if I can ever reverse that. Maximum destroyed in battle. You're slow. You're not going to be there in time to kill or pick off people to get those top guns. You're going to be pecking people to death, and usually somebody else gets that final shot. So, but I still have a pretty high destruction ratio of 1.62, so that's not bad. The damage ratio is kind of low. And that's because you have a lot of health, but you have a gun that doesn't do much damage. So the damage ratio is going to be low. So anyway, let's go ahead and run this tank. Like I said, there's not a whole lot to it aside from if you have the Churchill 3, you're already used to how it plays, except for you have a better turret and a slightly better gun that doesn't fire as fast. So, and it's higher tier. And no preferential matchmaking. Anyway, let's go ahead and run this. All right. Not the best map for this tank, but we do have artillery. I was hoping we didn't. I'm going to go down to the right. Tier 7 battle. Definitely going to struggle with the... well, the Black Prince. I can penetrate the IS-2. Maybe the T-29 if I'm lucky. Panther M10 should be soft enough that I can hit him. All the rest of the tanks I should be able to hit. Of course, that goes conversely. They'll be able to hit me. So, up and at them, lads. Now, if you watch my teamwork video under the lucky section, you'll see this tank perform well for me. I actually had a very good battle with it where I saved a game with the Churchill. Though I had good teamwork and people were staying in the game after it was over and helping me find the enemy tanks. And so that was cool. But, you know, that was also I was top tier. I think. Yeah, I was top tier. Uh-oh. See if we can hit this guy. I will say, as I totally missed, the gun is accurate. Whiff. Don't get too far ahead, Ryan. Let these heavies move up and be your shield. Jackson is being stupido. That's just never a good spot there. Never. The Dicker Max and one of our tanks are fighting. T-29. It's okay, guys. Let's move on and win. This is not looking good. I'm just trying to get these guys to stop fighting. Because I'd like to win. Oh, dang it. They're across the valley. Oh, brother. This is not going well. Look at that, man. Look how they're arrayed. That poor tank, he's going to get surrounded. And that tank destroyer is leaving. How bad is that? Oh, Ryan's getting hit. Who hit you? Yup. We got to get that T-29 spotted and stopped. Oh, no, it's too late. Oh. Did you just get hit again? Yeah, we've lost. This game's over already. Crap. Yeah, this is bad. Bad news. Oh my gosh. And I'm too slow. I mean, I'm really pretty much not going to be able to do anything. This tank is just too slow. It sucks. I haven't even gotten a shot off yet. Well, at least I can take some pot shots, but the game's pretty much over. I'm never going to make it back. I'm going to try in a little bit, but...
Enemy armor is damaged.
That guy's name is Mouse Nuts.
Enemy armor destroyed.
I guess I blasted their mouse nuts off. Man, stop losing! Oh. Yeah, there's no point in me even try. I'll never make it back, and I've got this.
Enemy is hit.
Such a bad team. Oh my gosh. Watch me be the top scorer. That would be like ridiculous. Okay, come on, Tanky, get out of there. Oh my gosh. Oh. This is too funny. And then here's the gun depression. Can't get a shot in. Yeah, yep. Nope, not gonna get it. Nope.
We didn't penetrate their...
Yeah, whatever.
This vehicle has had it.
That was like the worst team in history. Not that we did that much, but still, all they did was bicker and argue and fall apart. Oh well, you get some of those. Well, that was definitely realistic. Yeah. I didn't move up much. I think I started here, so I only moved up 2 places. But I did better than our T-29 and our KV-1S. Almost did as good as our regular T-29. It was terrible. That was just an awful battle. Not much I could do, you know. It's one of those things. Try to make a difference. I'm the only one who really did much of anything except for, well, these guys. These guys did okay. This guy did really well. The IS was trying really hard. But what can you do? Team sucked. Ryan sucked. Okay, next battle. Ready up, Ryan. Hey, all right. Top tier. Not that I'm excited about it. I did skip a game, I have to be honest. We had another loss. A team just, same thing. Crumbled in like 2 minutes. It doesn't happen, obviously, with this tank. I don't have that happen very often, so that was weird that it happened twice in a row, but whatever. I think, Ryan, we need to go to the right because nobody ever does. Well, let's watch what happens.
Move out.
To the right. Everybody always goes to the left or up the middle. You can't what? See, look, they're all going that way. Why? How did that Su-18 get in here? Nice. He platooned with a Stewart. Well, that's fair. Well, Ryan hit him and I missed.
Enemy is hit.
Good shots, Ryan. Yeah, getting hit from nowhere. So I'm already gonna have to turn in. I hate that. I don't want to go here, but I'm kind of forced to. Ryan's out there killing everybody. He's got 2 kills already. Hopefully the rest of our team will start stepping it up. No guarantees, friends. No guarantees. After the way things have been going tonight, I have my doubts that they will step it up, but yeah, you never know. There's a big guy, KV-2. Kind of want to hit him from the side and not the front. Well, there's a little, what's with the rock and then the house and the...
Enemy armor is damaged.
Yeah, no problems penetrating that dude.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Enemy vehicle destroyed. Ryan, you should watch on the left. Looks like they're getting overrun over there. Stupid idiots. Yep, there we go. Their team folding already. This is a really dangerous position, but I'm taking it anyway. Let's see what this KV-2 does. Try to stay low. Play it safe. Does he know I'm here? He does, yes.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
It takes him so gall-darn long to aim that... Oh, gosh darn it. Ryan, you got to go back. Those artillery are completely exposed. My gosh. These teams are terrible. I don't understand why they are so flippin' bad. Yeah, go get that 3601. There's the Hellcat. I think I might have spotted him.
Enemy is hit.
What the heck?
Enemy armor is hit.
I was pressing forward. I was pressing the track.
That's okay. We're winning. Oh, did you die?
Yeah, I was like,
Bogus, dude.
4, tapping it.
Dude, that totally sucks. We lost Ryan. He was in the Hellcat, man. But our SU Tier 2 crap thingy is still alive. Yes. When you platoon, you get penalized. Everybody knows it. Sometimes. Sometimes it seems like you get a lot harder tiering. And of course, that Type 58 has disappeared into the forest conveniently. So what we got? Yeah. Yay. FE304, my friend.
We've damaged them.
You're out, buddy.
Got him.
Yep.
Driver's injured. We can't go very fast.
Nice derp.
Track hit.
Tuck in. Tuck it in. Suck it in.
Enemy
Come on, you
armor
big
is
fatty.
damaged.
What? Who's hitting me from nowhere? My driver's dead. I hate that. I hate Invisitanks. I have to get where the Hellcat can't shoot me just randomly from the invisible woods. All right, I'm going to repair my driver. It's probably a bad move on my part, but I'm going to let these guys fade into the woods and hide. Oh, and I'm capping. I didn't even realize I was capping. That's good, because that puts some pressure on them. Yeah, the birch gun's a piece of crap. He's going to retaliate in a minute, I'm afraid. Oh, what are these people? They got some bad players out there. Well, at least we know where their two players are.
Enemy is hit.
Great. Good job, guys. I know. I can't do anything about it.
Enemy armor.
What happened? Why am I lagging out? Okay. I need to tuck in. He's going to have to really come over here to get me. Eh, they lost. I saved the game. Look at that. That's the kind of recording I want. He's pissed. Wow. All right. And just to prove once again why I like this tank, even though you do lose some games, you also win some games. And, you know, I beat up some pretty heavy tanks. Not that I did, you know, obviously one of the kills, the KV-2, was a one-shot deal. You know, and then I killed an artillery and a Tier 4 Hetzer. I did kill a Type 58, though. But I hit the Hellcat twice. Leopard hit him once. Not a bad game. I got an Invader, and I also got second-class Mastery Badge. Great earnings there. I think that was ×2, but maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, I guess it would have to be because I played 2 losses and a win. So, 12,000 take home, non-premium. Of course, that's not bad for Tier 6. There's the team score. I did 1,400 damage and 834 experience. And like I said, as of late, I'm finding. Oops, I forgot to turn off the research. I'm finding that that is the way this tank goes. So, anyway, this is a fun tank to play. I am going to be selling it. I will miss it. But I hope you enjoyed this review. It is not as mind-numbingly horrible as people say it is. I read lots of things online when I first started playing it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be horrible. But once I figured out to do the side-scraping thing and really use rocks and stuff for cover, like you saw at the end of that battle, I did get hit a couple times, but I also survived because I bounced several shots because I kept the front sucked into that rock, and they were having a hard time getting to me. I had to it makes them have to be in a bad position, so it puts me in a much better position. So that's the big trick with this tank. Be sure to subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Have a great night, and I will see you on the battlefield. Bye.